80% of Chevy winter failures start before the first snow, from small mistakes that silently kill batteries, engines, and undercarriages. Miss one step, and you're staring at a $4,000 repair in spring. I'm exposing 13 winter tricks that stop damage early and save thousands for your Chevy. And number 1 could prevent your worst mid-winter breakdown. Trick number 13. Replace weak batteries before winter hits. Cold weather is one of the biggest enemies of your Chevy's battery. As temperatures drop, engine oil thickens and engines need more power to crank. At the same time, battery performance drops. Your vehicle demands more power while the battery can deliver less. That's why many batteries fail suddenly on freezing mornings. Suburban owners feel this most. Why? Larger SUVs use more electrical power for heated seats, rear climate systems, defrosters, and advanced infotainment screens. Add remote start and winter accessories, and batteries work even harder. Warning signs often appear quietly. Slow engine cranking, dim headlights, or clicking sounds during startup usually mean the battery is weakening. Most car batteries last 3 to 5 years, sometimes less in harsh climates. Getting the battery tested is easy. Most auto parts stores check batteries for free. A healthy battery reads around 12.6 volts, fully charged, and should stay above 9.6 volts during cranking. Replacing a weak battery before winter costs far less than emergency towing or starter damage later. A strong battery keeps your Chevy starting reliably in the cold. But even with a good start, thick winter oil can still punish your engine next. Trick number 12. Switch to the proper winter oil grade. Many Chevy owners run the same oil all year, assuming modern engines don't need seasonal adjustments. But winter tells a different story, especially for Silverado and Tahoe owners who rely on V8 engines that already work harder in cold weather. Cold temperatures thicken oil. When your engine starts, thick oil flows slowly, leaving internal parts briefly unprotected. That's when metal on metal wear quietly happens. Owners often blame cold starts or aging engines when oil flow is actually the issue. Switching to winter-approved oil grades like 0W20 or 5W30 helps oil circulate instantly. Engines crank smoother, friction drops, and internal wear decreases dramatically. Turbocharged engines in Equinox and Malibu models benefit even more since turbo bearings demand instant lubrication. Always confirm the correct grade in your owner's manual to avoid warranty concerns. Chevy engineers specify these grades for a reason. A simple oil change costs far less than premature engine wear. Smooth starts, quieter operation, and longer engine life all begin with the right oil choice. And while lubrication protects inside, proper coolant mixture prevents freezing damage before winter temperatures strike. Trick number 11. Check coolant mixture before temperatures drop. Many Chevy owners think coolant only matters in summer, but winter exposes a bigger danger. Incorrect coolant mixture freezes inside the engine, cracks radiators or engine blocks, and costs $3,000 to $5,000 to repair. Silverado and Tahoe models are especially vulnerable with larger engines holding more coolant. Another mistake? Believing coolant lasts forever. Over time, it becomes diluted and loses freeze protection. Test coolant strength before winter hits, not after. Most auto parts stores test for free or use a hydrometer at home for $10, $15. A 50-50 mix protects down to 34F, safe for typical winter conditions. If coolant appears rusty, cloudy, or dirty, flush and refill. Fresh coolant prevents freezing, protects from corrosion, and helps engines warm efficiently. A quick check costs nothing compared to repairing a frozen engine later. Trick number 10. Install a block heater in extreme cold. In brutal winter regions, cold starts punish your engine long before you even begin driving. Oil thickens, metal parts contract, and critical components briefly run without full lubrication. That moment of dry friction quietly adds wear every time you start your vehicle in freezing conditions. Silverado HD owners in northern states know this struggle well. Engines crank slowly, starters strain, and sometimes the vehicle barely turns over when temperatures plunge overnight. Repeated cold starts shorten engine life without drivers realizing the damage happening inside. A block heater solves this by warming engine coolant and surrounding components before startup. Plugging it in overnight keeps oil thinner and allows parts to move freely when you turn the key. The engine starts easier, warms faster, and suffers far less internal stress. Many Chevy trucks and SUVs already support block heaters, and adding one is usually straightforward if not factory installed. Pairing it with a battery blanket improves results even more during deep freezes. This isn't about comfort, it's about mechanical survival. A few cents in electricity can protect thousands in engine repairs. Even if the engines start easier, winter still attacks your Chevy's exterior next. Trick number 9. Cover your Chevy when parked. Snow sitting on your Chevy may look harmless, but it slowly creates problems most drivers never see coming. As snow melts, water seeps into trim gaps, hood seams, and electrical connectors. When temperatures drop again overnight, that moisture freezes, causing corrosion, sensor glitches, and long-term paint damage. Tahoe owners often notice rear liftgate sensors or camera systems acting strangely after heavy snow because moisture works its way into connectors. Silverado owners frequently see rust forming around wheel arches and lower panels after repeated winter exposure. A quality car cover works like armor, stopping salt, grime, and moisture before they ever touch your vehicle. Even an affordable cover can prevent repainting or rust repairs that easily cost thousands later. Always brush loose snow off first, then place the cover securely. Clearing snow beneath the vehicle also prevents slush from refreezing around suspension parts. A covered Chevy also saves time every morning. No scraping, no frozen doors, and less idling to warm up. Few drivers bother with this step, yet it keeps vehicles cleaner and newer for years. Even with a perfect cover, traction problems remain the next big winter threat. Trick number 8. Monitor tire pressure more often. Cold weather quietly steals air from your tires. Many Chevy owners don't notice until handling feels strange. For every 10°F temperature drop, tire pressure falls by about 1 psi. Overnight cold snaps can leave your Equinox or Traverse running on underinflated tires without any visible warning. Low tire pressure affects everything. Steering becomes heavier, braking distances increase, and traction drops sharply. Fuel economy also suffers because underinflated tires create more rolling resistance, forcing the engine to work harder. Check tire pressure at least once or twice a week in winter, always when tires are cold. Use the recommended pressure listed on the driver door jam sticker, not the number printed on the tire sidewall. Proper inflation keeps the tire tread flat against the road, improving grip and ensuring even wear. Underinflated tires flex too much, generating heat and wearing out faster, sometimes leading to sudden air loss. Correct pressure makes winter driving safer and helps tires last longer, saving money over time. Quick pause. If these Chevy winter tips are helping, hit like and subscribe so you don't miss the money-saving tricks coming next. What most drivers ignore after this step ends up causing breakdowns right when temperatures drop hardest. And the next hack prevents a winter problem that strands thousands of Chevy owners every year. Trick number 7. Use glass deicer instead of scraping. Frozen windshields steal precious morning time, especially for Chevy SUV and truck owners dealing with large glass surfaces. Many drivers still pour warm water or scrape aggressively, not realizing both methods can quietly cause damage. Hot water creates sudden temperature shock, which can crack glass instantly, leading to costly windshield replacement that can add up to $1,500. Hard scraping is worse. It leaves tiny scratches that scatter headlights at night and reduce visibility over time. A proper glass deicer works smarter. First, brush off loose snow so the spray can reach the ice directly. Then, spray evenly across the windshield and let it sit for about 30 to 60 seconds. The ice loosens naturally, allowing your wipers to clear the surface without force or damage. Using deicer also protects wiper blades, since dragging frozen rubber across glass quickly tears and shortens blade life. Some drivers even spray lightly the night before storms, making morning frost removal almost effortless. Clear visibility isn't optional in winter. Larger Chevys already have blind spots, and icy roads demand fast reactions. But even when ice melts away, worn wiper blades can still leave you driving blind in the next storm. Trick number 6. Install winter wiper blades before the first snow. Many Chevy owners keep the same wiper blades all year, assuming they'll handle winter just fine. But regular blades freeze solid in cold weather, crack easily, and quickly turn a safety feature into a serious visibility problem. Standard wiper frames have exposed joints where snow and ice pack in during storms. Once frozen, the blades can't press evenly against the windshield, leaving streaks and blind spots. Silverado and Tahoe drivers feel this most. Their large windshields collect more snow and road spray, making clear visibility even harder to maintain. Winter wiper blades fix this problem with a rubber boot that seals the frame, preventing ice buildup inside the mechanism. The blade stays flexible and maintains even pressure across the windshield, clearing packed snow, sleet, and freezing rain far more effectively. Most drivers wait until they're stuck in a snowstorm with frozen blades before replacing them. The smarter move is installing winter blades before the first snowfall, usually around November. A quality set typically costs between $20 and $40, far cheaper than risking an accident caused by poor visibility. Installation takes minutes. Replace blades in pairs and use winter washer fluid. Summer fluid freezes when you need it most. One winter storm proves their value. Trick number 5. Wash your Chevy's undercarriage often. Rust rarely starts where you can see it. It quietly forms underneath your Chevy, where winter salt and road chemicals constantly attack metal parts. Colorado trucks and Traverse SUVs face this problem every winter, especially in snow-heavy regions. Road salt sticks to frames, brake lines, suspension parts, and exhaust components. Left there, it slowly eats away at metal. By the time rust becomes visible, damage is already spreading underneath, often leading to expensive repairs. Monthly car washes aren't enough in winter. Rinse the undercarriage every 1 to 2 weeks, especially after snowstorms. Self-serve wash stations with pressure wands work best. Spray thoroughly under wheel wells, frame rails, and suspension parts where salt collects most. For extra protection, apply undercoating after cleaning. Rubberized or oil-based sprays create an additional barrier against corrosion. Ignoring this step can lead to rusted brake lines or suspension components costing well over $1,500 to repair. 5 minutes of cleaning can save thousands later. But winter damage doesn't stay outside. The mess follows drivers into the cabin next. Trick number 4. Protect rubber door seals and locks. Winter has a way of freezing your Chevy shut at the worst possible moment. Door seals trap moisture. When temperatures drop overnight, doors stick or refuse to open. Many owners end up yanking doors open, unknowingly tearing rubber seals and causing long-term damage. This problem is common on Chevy SUVs like the Traverse and Equinox, where larger doors create more surface area for moisture to collect. Over time, damaged seals allow water and cold air into the cabin, leading to leaks, wind noise, and interior moisture problems. The solution is simple. Clean all rubber seals around doors, trunks, and liftgates before winter fully sets in. Once dry, apply a rubber seal protectant or silicone spray. This keeps seals soft, flexible, and resistant to freezing. Chevy still uses a traditional key lock. Add graphite lubricant. It prevents locks from freezing or keys from sticking on icy mornings. Healthy seals also keep slush and moisture from entering the cabin, reducing odor and corrosion risks. A quick spray now prevents frustration later. But frozen doors aren't the only hidden winter problem. Fuel systems struggle too. Trick number 3. Keep your gas tank at least half full. Letting your Chevy's fuel level drop too low in winter creates problems most drivers never expect. As temperatures fall overnight, warm air inside the fuel tank cools and forms condensation. That moisture sinks into fuel lines and can freeze, leading to rough running or sudden stalling. Silverado and Equinox owners who make frequent short trips feel this most. Their engines rarely warm fully, allowing moisture to build up faster. Over time, trapped water can also contribute to corrosion inside the fuel system, damaging pumps and injectors. Keeping your tank at least half full reduces the amount of air inside, which limits condensation. Fuel also helps protect internal metal components from corrosion, keeping the system healthier over time. Winter driving also burns more fuel than expected. Cold engines run richer mixtures, heaters and defrosters work constantly, and traffic delays during storms increase fuel use. Most importantly, emergencies happen without warning. Getting stuck in traffic or stranded during storms requires fuel to keep heat running safely. A simple habit of keeping the tank fuller protects both your Chevy and your safety, but even with fuel flowing properly. Trick number 2. Use microfiber snow brushes. Many drivers unknowingly damage their Chevy every winter while trying to clear snow quickly. Hard plastic brushes, stiff scrapers, or even gloves dragged across the paint leave tiny scratches. You may not notice them immediately, but after winter ends, dull paint and swirl marks suddenly appear. This is especially visible on darker Chevy colors, found on Silverados, Tahoes, and Equinox models, where scratches stand out once salt and grime wash away in spring. A microfiber-covered snow brush solves this problem. Soft fibers lift snow gently instead of dragging it across the paint. Start by removing loose powder first. Even a small leaf blower works well. Then brush lightly panel by panel. Avoid pressing down on frozen layers and let the brush glide instead. Microfiber covers are inexpensive and easy to replace when worn. Using softer tools protects your clear coat, keeping paint glossy and preventing small scratches from later turning into rust spots. Snow removal doesn't have to be a battle. Smart tools and gentle technique keep your Chevy looking newer for years. But even careful cleaning won't help if winter grime keeps sticking to your paint in the first place. Trick number 1. Apply ceramic spray sealant. Winter roads constantly throw salt, slush, and dirty water against your Chevy's paint and wheels. Over time, that grime sticks, scratches the surface, and slowly leads to rust, especially around Silverado wheel arches and lower door panels on SUVs like the Equinox and Traverse. A ceramic spray sealant acts like invisible armor. It bonds to paint and wheels, creating a slick surface that repels water, salt, and mud. Snow and grime wash off much easier, meaning fewer harsh scrubs that can scratch the finish. The best part is how easy it is to use. Spray it on after washing. Wipe evenly. And protection begins immediately. Even older Chevys with fading paint benefit because the coating boosts shine while keeping contaminants from sticking. This isn't just about looks. Winter chemicals slowly eat into wheels, trim, and paint. A $20–30 bottle can prevent costly paint correction or rim repairs later. One warning: avoid using WD-40 as protection. It strips existing coatings and dulls finishes instead. Smart Chevy owners apply protection early and enjoy easier cleaning all winter long. And with your paint now protected, your Chevy is finally ready to face winter with confidence. Winter doesn't have to punish your Chevy. With the right oil, healthy battery, proper tire pressure, underbody cleaning, and simple protection habits, you stop costly damage before it starts. These small steps keep your Chevy reliable, cleaner, and cheaper to run all winter. If this helped, hit like, subscribe, and share your favorite winter tip below. Then, watch our next video revealing the mistake quietly destroying transmissions in cold weather before it damages yours.